I'm ready for you, Mr. Manager. I'm ready to speak to you. I got my Karen hat on. I'm ready for anything. Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm playing Voidigo, a new roguelike top-down shooter with a big focus on bright, splashy, colorful colors and wacky effects. Thank you to the dev for hooking me up with a key. I just thought the style of it, it's like Nuclear Throne if it was like a silly Saturday morning cartoon or something like that. I just was obsessed with the bounciness of the art style and just like how strange and unique all of it really felt. And so I was absolutely gonna want to play that. I like the springiness of the bounce effect. His head like even grows a little bit to give you that depth perspective as he's tossed into the front of the screen there. You can also reload manually, just kind of testing some quick things in the tutorial here. It's a nice speedy tutorial while also just trying to enjoy the look and feel of everything. I like the idea of manual having just a separate button rather than a dedicated like specialty weapon or anything. That might still come up, but the fact that you can pistol whip is a good option. It's a very unique character design. I like how bright and poppy it is. He's got those feathers all over his head. When you're near something that can be interacted with, E is all you need. A loot vortex filled with good supplies, health jar, ammo, and a new weapon. So we have the ammo, health, which like, I don't know, sucked a soul into us or something, and the bedagger? The bedagger? You've been bedaggled, like it's a bedazzled dagger maybe? It's got lots of shiny gems in it, or it's something you keep under your pillow. You keep it in your bed. A bed dagger. Switch weapons 3 times. So there are dedicated melees, and when you have a dedicated melee, then the right click is instead your shield. Map, power-ups, I have nothing. Not even like one thing. And weapons, I have the bedagger. Prior battles left a blade dull and cracked, but that doesn't stop you from using this old faithful companion. This sword has history, and it shows. And the begunner. It's a beginning gun, it's a beginning dagger. We've gotten to the root of the naming here. A basic revolver usually given to adventurers embarking on their first adventure. A firm grip and steady hand leads the way. Well, I feel fully prepared now that I have all the background information and everything else I truly need to know. When a weapon runs out, it can break, so I just broke the dagger. Oh, but you can still attack. It's just much weaker and generally crappier. When your melee weapon is equipped, you instead repair its durability with ammo jars. That's an interesting concept, to give a melee weapon ammo. That's a fun workaround and just conceptually quite neat. Your current attack is displayed over your head. I don't understand that much, like as if you were performing a combo? I think that's kind of what's going on. So one swing, second upward swing, and then a big like wraparound swing. But you can instead reload to set it back. I suppose if you need to get off, like if your combo got kind of interrupted and broken and you felt like you need to restart. Oh, and then just blast through, testing out that the shield option. Or you can slice your way through bullets. The bubble shield activates when the player gets very hurt in a short span. Oh, look at that fancy little option we have to keep ourselves tough and ready to endure. Some areas have a chest. To open these, you have to defeat all enemies. Defeat the target. I'm immediately shooting the wrong thing. Acquire the key. I like the way it like flew over to that. Everything's so poppy and bouncy and lively. A power-up bundle. Interact with the plate and front of the power-up you would like. It's like choosing my Pokemon. The apocalyptic stone tablet, the speedy golden feet, and the cloudy arm. I like the idea of having speedy feet, faster sprint speed. Oh man, oh, do I not have like, I don't think you have stamina or anything. You can sprint around as much as you want. That's actually a lot of fun. These are put as soles on your current boots. Very uncomfortable, very magical. We don't have like Dr. Scholl's speedy feet or anything like that. Anti-void pods drop from defeated enemies, and shimmering props. Oh, yeah, there were some things, little shimmers on some of those boxes. This guy there, that's something to keep an eye out for. Oh, pick them up by walking near. They lose value if you don't get to them quickly. You can dodge and then also stomp. So if you just jump and land on enemies, you don't even have to activate it by hitting a button again. You cannot stomp the same target twice in a row, but you can chain it together by hitting. So if I did not hit space again, it disengages. But if I keep hitting space, it like counts as like continuing your drop off of continuing your chain of bounces off of those enemies. Those mechanics are going to be a little difficult. I'm going to have to like really get used to those. To escape this thing, I have to stomp it. Simple. And I think I'm maybe ready for the actual area. Tutorial Realm Maximus. Open the area map to navigate this bigger world. Leave through passages. So I have lots of branching different options. It shows me... Oh, no. These are like different worlds. This on the left is my simple little map. So I have arrows pointing me in all sorts of available directions. I think I want to go check out here. Immediately to the left. It just felt good to me. Beacon. You have to cleanse the corruption from the beacon to leave this area. Stomp the beacon. Well, so we're still fully just tutorializing. There we go. It was never a word to begin with, but it was certainly should have been more of a word than I had made it. So we can just bash our way around, just enjoy things relatively casually up to this point. The Siege Master, yep, love it, going for it. The Prick Stick. Oh, okay, these are all different options. I was hoping some of them were upgrades rather than all being weapons. The Bone Rattler and the Base Hunter. Bass Hunter, Base Hunter, that's funny. Well, I'm gonna stick with the Siege Master. Oh, you actually have to like charge it up a little bit, but it blows up walls. So let's just literally try and carve our way through everything here and see to what extent we can like go off map. Is there a true limit? I'm totally just carving this like not infinite. Okay, we're reaching an end, but is there any cause to do this? I could open a separate path entirely to a different area. I think I kind of have to check that out. Did I access somewhere I like shouldn't be? I think no. This is totally regular area, just how it's meant to be. Do I want ammo? Yeah. I guess I don't need. Oh, I don't have the money for it, and I don't have the ammo to keep using the Siege Master. So back to the pistol. Boring. I guess I shouldn't have used every bit of ammo I had. Chopping away. Is this thing? Oh god. It's like turning into a monster, right? Okay, it's turning into a boss? No, I think because I'm unlocking the different like void gates, I just summoned a boss, which is a big Chompmatron. The Tutorial Realm Manager. I mean, Chompmatron. That was my name was good too. I'm good at words and names today. Coming up with all sorts of great things. Oh no. I have used up everything. I went a little too aggressive with all my ammo usage, and now I have nothing. I'm just gotta collect extra little bits and bobs so I can spend it on that machine. I want the Siege Master, obviously. Why? Is the most I can carry of that 5? Like, how have I not picked up enough? This thing, it has a melee option as well. Oh, yes. Okay, ammo. Hook me up. I got a little bit of something, at least. The boss is fleeing the area. He's temporarily dealt with. This thing has like a really beefy, powerful melee attack, but there's a big delay on how often I can actually use it. See, I don't understand those little crystals. Oh, you fill up that thing, and once it's full, then you gain one more. It's not that each individual diamond is one full instance of it. Oh, and at some point I think I bought ammo and fully overlooked it. So I know the new area that the boss ran off to. I think I've kind of like dealt with this area, so we can move along. I'm ready for you, Mr. Manager. I'm ready to speak to you. I got my Karen hat on. I'm ready for anything. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. He's gonna leave the area in no time. Like, I kind of thought I would have pushed him through his like limit already. Even more ammo. Look at that. There's like random creepy arms trying to like claw at you if you tried to like leave the area while the boss fight's going on. That was just kind of a neat little detail. Yikes. Trying to keep a move on, trying not to waste my ammo. I don't think I need to... The boss is fleeing the area. I don't know. I probably could have kept the fight going longer. Like, I think He like unlocks his different health pools, right? And I like wasn't necessarily done with that. Can I recycle my pistol? Begunner is what it was. Oh, it was all just for more ammo. So in that case, I guess I might as well spend a little bit of ammo if I have more waiting for me there. Well, that's... I'm curious, like, am I letting him get away? Or is he naturally always going to flee at those key moments in the fight? Like, if I... Ooh, check out unexplored areas. Yeah, if I keep the pressure on, if I just keep on shooting him, I'll be really curious if I just keep this battle stretched out. Where'd he go? He just immediately left. He couldn't handle it. Couldn't hack it. I'm Mr. Voidigo, which I don't really think I'm, like, the game is named after the character at all. But he just fled. Couldn't stick it out. What a chump. Alright, I only have the one weapon right now, so machine gun. Good, I do get to keep both. The Porco machine gun, which is a heavy machine gun made of various parts, seems to be favored by mainline Porco gunners. I still don't have any power-ups. I don't really know what the Porco gunners are. I'm guessing it's an enemy type I haven't seen, since I'm still in like the tutorial area. Still at the very start of all this. I like just kind of committing to the pistol whipping a little bit just to try and conserve ammo. But I should... yeah, I just kind of wanted a quick visual of how intense that attack is. Okay, it does show me specifically where I would be going to on this map. It draws that out. So he went back. He went back to where he had already been. Well, any enemies have respawned. I think he's just kind of camping out down at the bottom here. The realm manager. I think I could fight this, like take this guy out here, as long as I don't give him the chance to flee. Oh, no, see, he's totally... No, it's not locked anymore. Ah! Okay, as soon as I try to attack him, it is locked. Your boss is protected by the void. You need to find and cleanse more beacons. Escape the boss by finding and stomping the void eye. Oh, so he planted another one of those around. I guess I didn't entirely know. Like, the game told me I had to stomp those things. Ah, they move around and try and flee from you. I guess I knew. The game told me that I had to stomp those things, so I was doing it in each room without knowing always entirely why. Oh wait, this is really interesting. The boss just keeps going from room to room, but I have to similarly kind of like progress and explore new areas because I have to break down more of those beacons. So it motivates me to keep moving around while also trying to like continue that fight on. I don't know, there's just like an interesting blend of ideas there that I'm a big fan of. Now the boss is coming to this room. The bone bow. Oh, this is a new weapon again. I keep trying to keep an eye out for power-ups, and I still have none. Skeleton technology never reaches past simple mechanisms. Maybe it is the lack of engineers in their ranks. However, this bow and bone is still a formidable weapon. It has like a little bit of a scatter shot. It seems okay. I would say the machine gun probably seemed a bit better. The bow does not come with any sort of shield. So I guess they logically consider it a two-handed item. Well, I gotta remember that there's like no limit to my dashing. I might as well just run around and go wherever I please. I'm gonna clear out this last area. It's a safe area. It had a question mark on it, so I was kind of curious like what it could possibly offer. I also have not been making use of that other than to stomp the specific void things that it requires me to stomp. But you know, I don't really think I want to risk trying to stomp the boss. I assume that wouldn't go well. Possibly wouldn't work at all. I'm ready for ya. Now I can just start queuing up attacks like crazy. The bow is pretty slow in its attack, but he was on his last leg of health. That is a wild death animation. That was very fun. Oh, it is like a little head poked out and everything. I dig that. It was fun. Leave the realm. You defeated the boss and may now leave the realm through the world end. I preferred the machine gun over the bone bow, but in the interest of just pushing forward, trying new things, the camp, a small refuge the anti-void created. Defeat bosses out in the worlds and bring their void fragments back here to grow the camp. Leave the camp by using the camp portal. I do not need to go back to the tutorial area, but I don't think I have. Top right there, 0. Yeah, I have nothing through which to expand the camp. Drash. Their memory is hazy. She cannot quite remember how she got here or from where. But one thing is for certain. The anti-void has chosen her to clear the corruption throughout the universe. Maybe this purpose will help her find clarity. There's also Drash and Drash and Drash and Drash and Drash. I'm guessing I just haven't unlocked anything. The Begunner, the Bedagger, the Beshotter, a great choice if you feel like getting up close and personal right off the bat. A Becleaver, massive, sharp, and lethal for those that prefer a heavy-hitting, slow approach. And that's all we have unlocked right now. I'm going to try the Beshotter. Ooh, colors. Well, I do like orange, but you know, things are kind of purple-themed. Difficulty, balanced. Best suited for players who have previous experience in action roguelikes. For people who want a challenge and have previous experience. There's also brutal, chaotic, impossible, so there's quite a bit more. Or you could go down to moderate, who are new to action roguelikes, and calm, who just want to explore the world of Voidigo at their own pace. It's nice to provide the options. I'll stick with balanced, you know? I feel like I have experience in this genre, but at the same time, things always just kind of go a little bit worse when you're recording, you know? You tend to just, like, encounter problems and stumble on your logic is not quite as sharp as it should be otherwise. So yeah, I think it's probably best to balance out my experience with the fact that things just never go quite well. The YouTuber curse, as it were. We got these little fly. Oh, they like infested the little pile of gold or the bush or what are we even calling it on the ground there that he would have jumped on into there. I don't know if that's a defeated enemy or not. He just left without even so much as a goodbye. Loot Vortex, the Flumple, which just looks like a big shotgun, discovered behind a crate in Professor Carcamis's tower. The Flumple proves that if you have enough bullets, you don't need to aim well. So this is just like, it's just an insane shotgun, right? Okay, perfect. It's my kind of weapon. No aim, no skill required. You gotta make sure you give yourself a second to reload, though. That was a mistake. What the hell? The large sticky shell. Is this just like a separate side world? What the heck? Is it all these fun little like seafaring creatures? We got these like little shrimp archers, and these guys also like, I don't know, prawns, shrimp. I don't know how I should be referring to them. Ah, dang it! I'm taking arrow shots right on the nose there. I'm not used to having to dodge ranged enemies in this game. There we go. We got the key. More loot, a scrappy, and the banana split. That just sounds hilarious. That sounds too funny to not use. I guess I can keep the flumple as my secondary. Makeshift banana launcher from the deep dark jungles, rich in potassium. And do you know what? Let's just take a look at what this is. A custom-built, unreliable SMG, usually wielded by a trigger-happy porco. Most adventurers who use it are left impressed that it shoots at all. It's shooting nails or screws, I think, is what it's shooting out there. I like the variety and amount of items I'm already finding. I wouldn't have expected the loot to be so over the top to so much. Electricity button, helping hand. I don't know if those things are bad or not, or if they're going to kill me if they're just little doodads. The bounce gel, the helping hand, reminds me of Glover. I'm going to go bounce gel, because presumably bullet wall bounce, it's exactly what I would have hoped that it would provide. Because I kind of think with items like the flumple, having things bounce all over the place would be a lot of fun. Surprise your enemies with this gelatinous fluid that enable bullets to ricochet no matter which angle you shoot from. Okay, there's even like a good little sound effect to go with that. Banana split. They just kind of... Okay, one click of it shoots 2 bananas. Okay, the banana split. It splits the bananas when you shoot them. Incredible. How could this not be my primary weapon of choice? I like the idea of exploring a little side area. Oh, when you leave, it collapses and it kicks out the weapons that you like left behind. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, this whole area is like beach themed. Just whatever the first enemies I encountered kind of had nothing to do with that. Whatever those are, those like squids flying around. I guess now I kind of know that they're squids, kind of. I like the idea that the boss has stages and that the boss, like, exists on numerous, like, throughout the level. That it's not just an end of the level thing. It's like a constant thing you're having to deal with. The way that's handled is really unique and really cool. I dig that a lot. I see no immediate sign of the boss. I'm just going to start yucking bananas in there. The way that they bounce around, thanks to my bounciness, is really effective. Bone bow, coming back around to that. I'm gonna flumple a little bit, since it will just pair well with... Alright, confirm that that's just a little critter. I don't think I actually have to worry about that thing as a real enemy or a real threat. Just with the bouncy bullets, it just made it seem like the flumple was going to be the most fun weapon to use by a potentially large margin. Barely avoiding attacks. Come on, get out of there. You're blocking all my flumping. This is going so poorly. I didn't realize I was totally out of ammo. I thought I just needed to reload. That explains a lot. I thought my shots were just hitting that thing that was immediately in front of me. Oh, it's all along the edge, even if you were to try to sneak out one of those kind of side areas. A trap. Not one I have to concern myself with, apparently. The bouncy flumpling when you're up close with enemies like that is kind of out of control. It starts to feel a little overpowered, maybe. Oh, it was showing me at the top the way it was unlocking. Oh, God, it got big very suddenly. The matriarch. This is the boss, yes? Yeah. You can see two steps of it. Oh god. 2 steps of it are unlocked in its health bar there. Try to flumple like crazy. I like that the world can be so chewed up. I think that's pretty nuclear thrown. The way it telegraphs the precise area that's about to be attacked is incredibly effective. That's like brilliantly done. There's literally no possible way to mistake where that attack is going to land. I'm very curious if the boss will or can show up in these little side areas. I feel like that is just an interesting thing to learn. Those little guys, I think I'm just stunning them. I thought maybe they were carrying something useful that I was trying to gain access to. Like they carried those little diamonds that I was collecting. I'm just stopping and appreciating the enemy design and realizing, yeah, those guys, okay, they're little prawns decked out in like shells. You know, I can get that. It makes a lot of sense. You don't have to think on it too hard or at all. And then whatever those other things are, not a clue. Don't remotely understand what they are, what they're supposed to be. I like them. They're wiggly and they're jiggly and they're always ready for a good time. I just don't really know what they're supposed to be. What was that? What were you doing over there with the bubble? I had my eye on you. Oh, okay. You can find health even just by breaking apart the glowy things. Bullet button, fire button, and WebTech accuracy optimizer. If I had increased accuracy on this scattershot weapon, that would be great, right? Increased accuracy. Arms contracts are often won by performing well at the test range, and WebTech always come prepared with a trick up their sleeves. I just kind of like see if we can get a sense. Maybe it's a little more concentrated. It would be marginal. It would be a very, very small difference overall. There's a lovely statue, but it needed to be destroyed. I feel... nope, there's no reason backtracking to where the boss is at. Ooh, it's probably wise to just smash through all that stuff. Much easier. I don't have the next part of the boss health unlocked. Well, now I do, but at the time, didn't make sense to go back for that. Oh, it's... There is like a specific enemy type that thing started out as. I just hadn't seen one yet. But that's really neat, that the matriarch, like, evolved and grew from a specific enemy type. I just realized these guys are shielding now and again. That's why they're such a pain. The bananas, much more effective. What the hell sea creature is that? It looks like the tall, like a sea version of the Pokies from Mario, you know? Oh god, spread shot. That's where the jump ability starts to become a lot more useful. Doing the gross little spider creature. Enter impertinent nest. The breacher. Oh, we got a boss inbound. Flumple. Hooking myself up with some ammo. I guess I could take a quick look. Penetrates most surfaces, has a high damage output, but be cautious. The range and spread make it strictly a close range sort of deal. Oh god, it's like jumping right on top of me there. I kind of was aware that that would or could become a problem. I didn't realize he was going to show up so immediately like that. Ah! I'm trying to get the shots off quickly to get them to flee. Whew. Okay, I think I'm sticking Flumple. Mostly the name. How could I possibly get rid of something with such a lovely name? We got a bunch of these guys. They haven't given me a ton of trouble yet, but I guess I'm also realizing I'm more hurt than I thought I was. Hey, dealt with that issue damn near immediately. I'm maybe being too speedy. Not enough time put into things. I'm just kind of jumping around doing things. There hasn't been a ton of risk yet, so I haven't really had to think about it. I probably should take a quick second to assess my surroundings before I go so willy-nilly, nimby-bimbly all over the place. Full health again. Pyro Soul, Orphan Ghost Boy, and Moldy Pepper. Melee weapons do poison damage. I have not really been meleeing. Has not been a primary focus at all. It's a shame. It just sounded neat. All of them sounded weird. They were all weird types of items, and I couldn't resist. I would have bought 2 if it would have let me. Well, crushed it. No big deal. I'll take impertinent nest any day. Impertinent, incontinent, anything. Blasted that up real good. I think I'm going around the boss instead, so I can go blast another, like, void seal, whatever they were called, so that I can more directly attack the boss again. one more lock on his health, so I do have to visit each of the areas. Not quite set up just yet. Try and scoop up some additional ammo. Not actually that big of a deal. I was a little concerned and then just started kind of plowing through things. I see no need to recycle either of the weapons I have right now. I'm like relatively happy with both of them. The banana splitter is just good old-fashioned fun. Oh, it's summoning these damn things. I was suspicious of that. Now I have the confirmation. Definitely want to be mindful of how many of those are showing up all over the place. Taste. Sweet. Phallic banana. Mrs. Matriarch. And now I think I'd like you to leave. Oh, I probably haven't stomped their thing. There's another one of those nests. I could try and fit that in. Oh, that was a very unintentional but effective stomp. Go away. I guess I am the one who has to leave. I opened up the path. Oh, because the one room that I didn't go to was because the boss was like already literally there. Oh, I just kind of have to skip everything while I search. Everything's catching up with me all at once. There we go. Now they're vulnerable. It's Flumpelin time. My Drash's #1 catchphrase. Did the boss leave? They left! So it doesn't always tell you when they leave. It literally was just telling me because those were like tutorial levels. Otherwise, it just kind of bails. Which makes sense. They have a shield. The shield is breakable. Totally just busted through that. The arrival of the boss can be a little chaotic, you know? Things just kind of start going nuts in those particular moments. The banana is a much faster melee weapon, so I can try and just like collect some stuff as quickly as possible here. I was hoping for a load up on some ammo. No dice. I guess I could try and actually kill all the enemies. That's one possible option. They didn't cause anyone no harm. I'll leave them be. No, I don't really want to recycle either of my weapons. I still enjoy them both. You know? Good couple of items I got going on here. They're just pumping out those little helpers, so I'm trying to put an end to that as quick as I can. Oh god, does it have like a final stage? Ah! It totally does! Okay, I guess the tutorial boss didn't because they were just like a beginner boss. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that health. Only in the moment of taking the health did I realize how not hurt I actually was. Quit that! Quit spawning those! I'm just gonna stand here and try and hit you with as many shots of the Flumpler as possible. The area's been locked. Oh god. Now I really wish. Oh dang, that got chaotic all of a sudden. I really wish that I had saved that health. I picked that up at the worst time. That was probably also not the right time to go dashing to try and break that void dealy. This is so awful. Cool boss design. I did dig that quite a bit. That really got away from me in a way that was entirely my fault. And I didn't beat a boss, so I didn't get a void thing, so I don't get to invest in the camp at all. It's funny I can go back to the tutorial realm. I don't really know why I would want to. Anyways, guys, this has been Voidigo. I think it's fun, it's action-packed. There's clearly a lot of weapons on offer, as well as power-ups, but also just some cool mechanics. The way you bounce around a set number of rooms, you're constantly chasing the boss around, but there's like trade-offs between how you approach that. There's little side areas. Just a lot going on in a very, I would say, saturated market. I think this game does a good job of distinguishing itself from its contemporaries. It's out now, early access. You guys can check it out for yourself. I'll have a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.